All right, I'm going to say something. Let me just say. So, yeah, you got to be attracted to something. You don't look at this person, but a whole lot. Listen, you can't just be like, oh, Lord. All right, let me cover my eyes. Here we go. Let's do this thing. Yeah, no, you can't do that. All right. But at the same time, however, now, hold on now. I'm going to teach y'all a lesson. Listen up, all y'all ladies. Listen up to this. Don't you ever forget what I'm about to say. Don't you ever do it. Don't do it. The finer they are, the more drama they got. You don't believe me. Most of you don't believe me. Let me tell you what. Just observe life. It's simple. The finer they are, the less they had to work on their character, the more they had to just show up and people were around them. That's why they don't need Jesus. They don't need Jesus because I don't need Jesus because I just show up and everybody love me and everybody want to be in my space. So I'm good. I don't need Jesus. The finer they are, the more drama they got because they never had to work on their character to get friends. Don't you ever forget this as long as you live. And God bless you if you have cute kids because they're going to grow up the same way. The finer they are, the more drama they got. Okay, you don't have to believe me. Therefore, you don't want to go on the too fine area because then their whole insecurity is going to be as they get older, now stuff start dropping and now they got to tighten it up and lift it up and do all kinds of stuff to it. And so now they're going to make their bodies God because they have always worshiped it because they've always got what they want. All you got to do is observe life and it will tell you. Make sense, everybody? So therefore, be careful of the cute ones. That's why the cute ones ain't going to church because they don't need Jesus. They just got to show up at the club and everybody wants to, hey, what you doing? What you doing? Where you spending the night? You don't need Jesus for that. All you need for that is a bed and a room and some hotel keys. That's it. And then let's go on to the next one 2 weeks later. That does not mean that somebody that's extraordinarily attractive always has drama because they can work through the drama. It depends on what else happens in their life. If something that's happening in their life and they're forced not to depend on how they look, but to depend on God, that's a completely different story. But a significant emotional event must have happened that took their identity away from how I look to now having it in Jesus Christ. Does that make sense, Rachel? It's a big deal. So therefore, my suggestion to you, Rachel, is don't be enamored with the cute ones. The ones that hit the gym all the time. No, hopefully they'll get healthy and hopefully they'll do all that. But don't be that because oftentimes, by the way, David, here's another question you asked. The finer they are, the more you should ask about their identity. That it's not wrapped up in how they look and whether or not they're acceptable to human beings apart from how they look. That's when you ask questions like, hey, what happens if you get cancer and you don't have no hair anymore? How are you going to survive that? You don't know what's going to happen after you get married. Anything can happen. And that part, you might have to wipe that person's butt for the rest of their lives because now all of a sudden they get into some kind of disease and you've got to love them. You must be ready for that before you get married. You see what I'm saying, y'all? You cannot just say, okay, yeah, they fit the mold. Yeah, this would be a deal breaker. Now they're good. Let me go into this now because everything is right. Because the day after you get married, some can go down and change the whole ball game. Now the test is, will you love them regardless?